Well done, keep up the good work. Alright, so now what we're going to look at is we're going to start tackling the amazing concept of using, or should I rather say leveraging, the phone to your advantage. So let's think about, one of the most crucial parts, guys, remember we've got a multi-channel communication strategy, we've got social selling, we've got digital selling, we've got email, we've got a whole lot of different processes, but for me, one of the important ones, I guess none are more important than the other because you're going to leverage each resource differently with a different intent. But the phone is an incredibly powerful tool, right? So you need to remember that you're picking up the phone never to make a cold call because you've already warmed up the relationship with social selling or an email campaign, or you've used some other digital technology to connect, engage with the customer. So by the time you're picking up the phone, you see the phone is generally, for me, often is the final step. The telephone is all about calling the customer, not to sell them anything. Remember, you've built the relationship, they know who you are, they understand your expertise, they've already evaluated and seen that the transformation that you offer is aligned with what they're looking for. Now you're picking up the phone. Preferably, the main reason for picking up the phone, of course there could be other reasons, but the main reason for picking up the phone with new customers is not to sell your product, but to sell that first appointment. So once you pick up the phone, you've got to remember there's a whole process. So we're going to talk about how critical that first 5 seconds is. Remember, you've got to catch somebody's attention. But this is not a cold call, right? If you're doing a cold call, well, it's a lot more difficult to catch somebody's attention. But if you're following up and you've used a complete, effective multi-channel communication strategy and you've engaged the customer, they've already started appreciating your expertise, they understand, appreciate the value you're bringing, your first 5 seconds doesn't need to be that dynamic. But remember, it's all about making sure that we're not there to waste people's time. We want to inform them. So when you're talking about that first 5 seconds, that first 5 seconds is about informing them why we're calling them. People don't have time to waste. So when the phone rings, they want to make sure, if I'm gonna invest time into this call, is it worth my time investing, right? So I believe that the best way to start unpacking the concept of using the telephone, you need to keep the following in mind, okay? You must know what the most effective day of the week is to use the phone. Because remember, what I'm trying to show you is I want you to be able to get the maximum efficiency, effectiveness out of every minute that you use. So the first thing we're going to look at is we're going to say, when is the most effective time? We're going to dig down really deep and look and try to answer that question. When is the most effective time of the week to phone? Start thinking about it already. Would it be a Friday? Would it be a Monday? Or would a Tuesday and a Thursday maybe be the best 2 days? Well, start thinking about it. Again, guys, I'm going to recommend what research has shown, and I'm going to recommend what works for me and has worked incredibly well in all of my businesses over the years. What we also want to do is we also want to know what the most effective time of day is to call. So like I say, guys, this whole process is all about supporting you to do as much as possible within your available sales day. So we want you to make sure that you know what the best day of the week is to call, and secondly, what's the best time on that day or those days of the week to call.